Hello everyone, I'm Daishin Ai. One day you might accidentally come across an analysis, maybe about horoscope or perhaps some kind of personality test. In that moment, you pause, because those few sentences seem to be talking about you and your life. They might say something like, you're actually a person with a lot of potential, but sometimes you just don't have enough confidence in yourself. Sometimes you're very outgoing and can easily get along with others, but other times you're especially introverted. You need time alone. When many people read this part, they feel something inside, like, that's so accurate, this is exactly me. But very few people know that psychology once conducted a very famous experiment. In 1984, American psychologist Forer had a group of his students take a personality test. After the test, he told each student, this is a personalized test report generated especially for you, based on your analysis and the answers you wrote. After reading it, almost all the students were very surprised because the description seemed to fit them perfectly. The full score was 5 points, and the average score given by all the students was 4.26, which means that almost everyone thought the report was entirely about themselves. But the truth of the experiment was that all the students actually received exactly the same text. There was no difference at all. It was identical. This passage went as follows. You really need others to like you and approve of you. Sometimes you are very outgoing, while at other times you can be very quiet. Many times you seriously question whether you have made the right choices or decisions. You believe that being overly frank with others is unwise. You have some ambitions and ideas, but they are unrealistic. You can look up the details of this experiment online. It's easy to find. Do the above statements make you feel like they describe you? After the students gave an average score of 4.26 out of 5, Fourier revealed the truth to them. These statements were actually collected from descriptions of horoscope and personality test results. When the students learned the truth that everyone had received the exact same statements, the classroom instantly fell silent. Later, psychology named this phenomenon the Barnum effect, also known as the Forer effect. The Barnum effect means that people tend to mistake vague and general descriptions that apply to everyone as if they were written specifically for themselves. This is why things like horoscopes, tarot readings, personality tests, and astrology often make people feel as though they are speaking directly about them. Because those descriptions are actually applicable to the vast majority of people, just like the ones we mentioned at the beginning. You enjoy being with others, but sometimes you also need time alone. Doesn't that sound a lot like you? But if you think about it carefully, it actually applies to almost everyone. Why does this effect occur? It comes from the fact that our human brains deeply long for one thing: to be understood. So, in fact, many people don't really believe these descriptions, but rather believe in themselves, the version of themselves they hope to see. Later, psychologists also discovered during their research that the reason the Barnum effect is so powerful comes down to 3 factors. The first is the flattery effect, which means people are more inclined to believe positive and complimentary evaluations. The second factor is vague generalization. These kinds of descriptions cover far too many possibilities, such as being both extroverted and introverted. It's like casting a huge net. While it sounds like it's describing a specific person, it can actually apply to almost everyone's life experiences. This is similar to when many of us pass by a shopping mall during the new year and see the content written on a zodiac sign display or read the monthly horoscope predictions. The content written there is very general and outlines only broad information. The third point is that people will actively look for evidence to prove that they are correct. Why do we try to find correct evidence among incorrect information? It's because each of us is a completely unique individual. Our experiences are different, our emotions are different, our choices are different, including the thoughts of the person watching this video at this moment. We are all completely different. Naturally, we all know that the course of our lives is entirely unique. Because of this, deep down, each of us longs for one thing: to find evidence that is unique to ourselves. The kind of evidence that you are alive, the kind of evidence that you have truly lived. So unconsciously, people search for this in all sorts of analyses, in all kinds of descriptions of themselves, in all kinds of explanations of themselves, searching for that piece of evidence that can prove this is me. But unfortunately, all these interpretations and understandings of life, we all know one fact: it isn't built on a true understanding of a unique individual life. Instead, it's constructed within generalized language, designed to make more people feel that it's accurate. So we're left trying to find that small piece of individuality within something so universal. It sounds a bit tragic, doesn't it? But this is the reality we're all living through. But today, the presentation of the numbers phenomena that we are going to discuss is precisely viewed from another perspective. It does not start from commonality. It is about finding that trace of individuality within the framework. Numbers phenomena teach us to recognize the unique structure within a life. So numbers phenomena are not just about making you feel that they resemble you. Rather, they can clearly present your marriage, career, health, psychological state, and even every specific experience in your life. Because numbers phenomena are not meant to flatter you, and they are not intended to give you an analysis that sounds accurate to everyone. Instead, they analyze the facts of life, the true structure of your experiences, and the root causes behind everything in life. You will find that the information presented by numbers phenomena is completely different from any personality test, zodiac sign, or fortune-telling system you may have encountered. It never possesses vague characteristics because what it presents is as specific as possible about your life experiences and every fact that has already occurred in your life. At the same time, what numbers phenomena reveal is not limited to the facts that have already happened in your life. Because numbers phenomena can see the root of everything in our lives, they can also clearly predict every fact that is bound to happen in your future. This is what makes it unique. Many people are moved to tears the first time they experience an analysis of numbers phenomena. The reason is that on this earth, where every life is completely unique, it is rare to find someone who truly understands you, who sees your life experiences, who stands in your perspective, and sees everything that has happened in your life. It's incredible and almost unbelievable. For example, many students of numbers phenomena, when first experiencing it, are amazed to have a numbers consultant whom they've never met accurately analyze their work history, past illnesses, and even current or past relationships. Or during a live streaming by a numbers consultant, even though the numbers consultant doesn't know you at all, they are able to analyze your numbers phenomena and identify that you are at high risk of developing heart-related diseases. And as for you, the person being analyzed, you have indeed experienced heart disease. You'll realize that the analysis of numbers phenomena is different from general commonalities. Numbers phenomena relate to real events you have actually experienced. In this respect, it is fundamentally different from various personality tests, horoscope, or fortune telling. This may seem incredible, but it's not because this number is somehow bad, unlucky, or cursed by disease. It's not that you get sick because of this. Numbers phenomena do not work that way. What I'm about to say next might completely overturn your thinking and your understanding. When we delve deeply into understanding the accuracy behind numbers phenomena, you'll discover that it contains incredibly profound, complex, comprehensive, and unique information about every life from birth to death. The reason why numbers consultants who have studied numbers phenomena for a long time can analyze the facts of a person's life, even if they've never met them, lies in the fact that the analysis of numbers phenomena has never been about your number or that a certain combination of numbers represents disease. Instead, what they see is the unique root cause that leads to the manifestation of disease. Your eating habits, your sleep patterns, your mindset and emotions, your behavior, your temperament, your long-term accumulated life rhythm, and every moment of the life you are experiencing, all of these are considered. In this regard, you'll find that it is completely different from any personality test, zodiac sign, or astrology, because the answers given by all personality tests and astrology, those are general answers that can be applied to most people. But with numbers phenomena, you'll find that it is tailored to the actual facts and truths of the life you have experienced. It is precisely because these unique reasons are combined that heart disease becomes an inevitable result in your life. But at this point, you might be thinking, Teacher Daishin I, using heart disease as an example, the total number of people worldwide suffering from cardiovascular and cerebrovascular diseases, including heart disease, stroke, and so on, is estimated to reach 1.2 to 1.3 billion. So, does this mean the probability is also very high? However, when you understand that the numbers phenomena comes from the root causes behind each of our unique individual lives, you will realize the profound and complex logic behind this. You will discover that even among heart disease patients, the factors causing their illness are completely different when observed and analyzed from the perspective of numbers. Why is this? In numbers phenomena, as we discussed in the course, there is a certain rule. Any change in a set of numbers will lead to completely different manifestations of information in every aspect of life. We need to understand that for some people, heart disease stems from long-term stress. Some people's heart problems are caused by their eating habits, while others stem from their emotional fluctuations. For some, it comes from their pace of life. From the perspective of the numbers phenomena, we can see that even if each life is labeled with the same disease in medical terms, the underlying causes behind them are completely different. The numbers phenomena gives us an unprecedented perspective, allowing us to see the uniqueness of every life, to see that each life is irreplaceable. And when we understand the entire principle, we will clearly realize that disease is merely one of the natural outcomes, one of the life milestones that each unique individual encounters in the course of their life's journey. And it is precisely because of the numbers phenomena that we are able to see the inevitable roots behind these outcomes. That is why, even without ever meeting in person, and without you needing to answer any analytical questions, it can reveal the most unique and authentic information about your life. And this information is exactly what every life longs for. This information allows us to clearly see the inevitability of each life's uniqueness. The numbers phenomena is not about catering to individuality with vague accuracy. Once we understand the above, we clearly realize that one of the most valuable aspects of the numbers phenomena is that it allows you to see your own unique patterns, to see the underlying root causes behind every outcome in your life that you may have never been aware of. This is the depth of numbers phenomena. However, nowadays, too many people still have many misunderstandings about it, thinking that it is just about lucky or unlucky numbers, or that it is merely a type of personality test. But for every student who truly studies the numbers phenomena, for every researcher of it, we clearly understand the logic behind it. You will discover that what it reveals is a unique and complete life network, from the operation of cells to the connections between neurons, and even to gene expression and epigenetics. From your daily routines, moods, rhythms, and dietary habits, to your hobbies, ways of learning and thinking, and further to your ability development and decision-making patterns. The numbers phenomena reflects every choice you make in life, every opportunity, and every outcome you experience. Every aspect of life presented by the numbers phenomena is a complex system of mutual influence and interconnection. When you begin to study numbers phenomena, you will realize that there are no illnesses that appear out of nowhere, nor are there any truly accidental events. You will see that everything in our lives is clearly reflected within it. The numbers phenomena never needs to prove its accuracy to the world because it is information that belongs uniquely to your life. Understanding numbers phenomena is a long and challenging journey. Please forgive my limited ability to express it fully, as I cannot completely convey the profound value it holds in our lives. However, we must acknowledge that it is something every individual needs to begin seeing, a unique life path that belongs solely to you. When we gaze up at the same sky, yet are able to see our own unique starlight in the one-of-a-kind imprint of our lives, how profound and beautiful that moment must be. Thank you all, I am Dai Xinai.